24, I believe, of the I Remember challenge. This is going to be a very short live. I'm also going to make it into a short, but I really just wanted to hop on here and answer any questions before I head out to the gym. But I wanted to share a success story that happened after I did my SATS with that orb. If you're new here, my name is Ty, the manifestation goddess. I'm an energy alchemist, spiritual oracle, heavy on the spiritual oracle, manifestation mentor. We have been doing this I Remember 30-day challenge. We're on day number 24. And it's about remembering your manifestations as a memory, as they already happened. You already lived it. This is not a future thing. You already did your manifestation and you're living it now. And I have been dropping gems on my last video, as well as in my shorts, on how to truly embody your new identity now, how to change the hologram, knowing this is a game and we're here to play. So make sure you check out those videos and check out the shorts. But I wanted to share this success story. My last short that I had uploaded was giving you a description on me actually living out my SAT scene, sitting at my bar, checking my investments and income and earnings from last month, in my favorite mug, yeah, in my robe, all of this. I've embodied this identity. So after I did that SAT scene, y'all, it was so casual for me. I didn't think nothing about it. I knew I was going to do it last night when I went to bed, lived it out. I want to say somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes after I did that SAT scene, after I remember that I'm already a millionaire, I already won the lottery last year, and this is a casual Tuesday for me, this is what I'm doing. After I lived out that scene, literally a client had reached out to me and had asked me if I could go to Poland in September for a couple days. And this is a instant manifestation. Mind you, somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes after I did this set scene, I have been affirming and saying that I'm going to Switzerland for my birthday this year. No idea how I'm going to get there, not thinking about the funds, none of that. I just know in my heart of hearts that I am going to Switzerland for my birthday. I've gone to Switzerland for my birthday. Like, I already know this has happened. In my mind, in my body, in my spirit, I've already known this has happened. So after I did that set scene, the client had to reach out. I was like, oh, well, can you come to Poland? Mind you, I had just said that I'm going to Switzerland for my birthday. Switzerland is a 2-hour flight from Poland, and they need me in Poland a few days before my birthday. So I was like, sure, like, I had already planned on being in Switzerland for my birthday anyway. And I was like, I can accommodate you. I'll just have to push back some dates, to celebrate my birthday. And they're like, "Oh, thank you for accommodating us. We're so appreciative of that." Because of that, they are flying me business class to Poland and Switzerland and paying for my hotels in both places. Mind you, I'm still going to be in Switzerland on my birthday. This is why I say it does not matter the how, live at the end of creation. Because for me, I have been embodying that I'm going to Switzerland for my birthday. I had no idea that I was going to have some random client when I had said I was going to do this. Thank you. When I had said I was going to Switzerland for my birthday, this client didn't even exist in my world yet. So I had no idea this was going to happen, but I just already knew that I was going to Switzerland for my birthday. Y'all, when I say I already knew, I mean, I've been looking at like hotels, looking at things to do, everything. Ain't purchased one thing, but I just already embody that identity. And of course, the 3D rearranges to meet me in my beingness, to meet me in what I know to be true for me. This is why I say live at the end of creation and why I teach SATS from going past the end to where it's natural in your nervous system. Honestly, I can truly say out of everything I have been teaching y'all over the last few months, that nervous system is so key, and we've talked about it so much. Even myself was unaware how key it is because when you're living past the end of creation, again, going back to the lottery example, if you're living a year after you won the lottery and it's Tuesday, all of the excitement has died down. Everything has settled in. So your nervous system is settled into that identity. And you're able to actually play out that scene in real life. You can't necessarily play out going to go get a big check and say, oh, congratulations, you won the lottery. But you can play out the life that you will be living after, meaning the calmness that you will be feeling, the peace that you will be feeling. Like, what would you be doing on an everyday? You can truly play that out. That is what I want y'all to understand when I'm teaching SATS, from living past the end of creation and teaching you to take the natural next steps. Y'all, all of this has been building on top of each other. Every lesson has truly been building, like stacking. So, when we talk about taking those natural next steps, this is why I say you had that 3 second sat scene, because that is your natural next step. If you are living in your future manifestation now, there's a natural next step that you would be doing. And that is why I encourage you to have your sat scene as that natural next step that you can actually physical take into 3D. Again, yeah, I know this is a game. I know this is the Matrix. I talk about this being a hologram. You have to reprogram that subconscious mind to believe it to be true for you, and not as just a thought, as a concept, truly in your nervous system. And in order to do that, you can take actions in the 3D, but it's natural. And when I say natural, yeah, slow it down because I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. So, one, when I say natural, it is never forced. If you have to think difficultly or feel like you have to force it, oh, I have to do this, that is not the natural next step that you will take. And to truly help you on that natural next steps, this is why we created that 3 second set scene. Past the end of creation on a random Tuesday, what will you be doing? That is your natural next step. That is what I want y'all to truly take from this video. Your sat scene a year after you got your manifestations, where you're relaxing on a Tuesday, that is your natural next step. That is what I want you to embody and live now. Do not wait for a future manifestation for you to be whoever you desire to be now, because you'll be waiting forever. The future does not exist. You will be forever waiting for a future that will never come. You can only ever experience life here and now. Truly, it's like everything just clicks, because when we talk about the present moment, like, oh, this is the present moment, I started thinking about it truly as a present. Like, this is a moment that God has gifted to me as a present that I get to experience right now. What are you doing with that gift? Are you complaining? Are you being a victim? It's like, what are you doing with the gift that God has given you of this present moment? Are you enjoying it fully? Are you being expressed as God fully? Are you living in love fully? Truly think about these things. I want y'all to truly meditate on it, because my life has significantly changed since I've started this remembrance challenge. And that is because I realized that I was still thinking about things as a future. Oh, when this happens, I'll do this. No, if you understand that this is a memory, meaning that it already happened. So what would you do knowing that it already happened? Since it has already happened, what would you do? And I want to say something, because I realize there's a lot of words. Y'all know I'm big on words when I talk. Like, I'm big on the words that I use, because your words is power. There's power in the tongue. I don't use the word if, because I had realized if you say, oh, well, if this happened, it still has, well, it may not happen. Like, the energy attached to the word if, I stopped saying it and I started saying since. Like, since this happened, which lets my subconscious mind know this has already happened and I'm treating this as a memory. Instead of if, like, oh, well, maybe it can happen. No. Since it has happened, what are you doing? Since you already went to Switzerland for your birthday, what are you doing? And allow the 3D to rearrange however it needs to rearrange to meet you there. I want y'all to know the beauty in your manifestation. It's so cute, because the beauty in your manifestations that you're calling in, whatever's happening right now in the 3D in the world, is literally happening for your manifestation. I say that because just thinking about the client, like, Me working, building a business, doing all of these things that I was doing for the last 3 years had brought me to this moment for me to even have an opportunity to have a client. This is why I say things are already unfolding, whether you see movement or not. You're like, it's literally already unfolded. You have to do nothing but continue to live your life. And it's I laugh because it is really hilariously funny to me and hilariously obvious because those natural next steps that I talk about, you can't avoid them. That's the crazy thing. Like you can't avoid taking them. You're going to do them anyway. I'm just simply here to remind you of this and for you to take those steps now instead of eventually. Like, oh, if I can speed it up by just being intentional right now, then I can speed up that manifestation. It's going to happen regardless. It just depends on when you decide to take your steps. But if I take them now, then it will happen now. So I might as well take them now. I want y'all to think about it like that. Let me go read your comments. Hey, beautiful princess. Yes, I'm already a millionaire. Toya, God, it's like when I tell y'all, and it's 7-7, that's crazy. It's the 7-7 portal. And I felt that when I woke up, but I didn't plan on going live. So when I tell y'all, when you remember that you're already a millionaire, the 3D will start rearranging to your memory, not to your future manifestation, to something that has already happened. That's why I say, remember that you became a millionaire last year. I want y'all to think about it like this, y'all. This is the revelation that I have been getting. I want y'all to think about it like this. This is so good. If you haven't, most of us has all played the lottery or envisioned us winning the lottery at some point. What if, stay with me, what if you won the lottery last year? Truly, like, what if you really already won the lottery and you forgot? When I have been approaching life that way, I'm like, oh, that lottery ticket I bought last year, like, I really already won, and somehow I actually forgot. The 3D is rearranging to meet you in that energy. It has nothing to do with the lottery ticket. It's who are you being and how are you feeling? So if you say you already won the lottery and you're a millionaire, the 3D is going to rearrange to meet you at being a millionaire. It may not come from the lottery, but you're in the state of being a millionaire. And that is what is key here. It's the state of your beingness now, not in the future, not, oh, the moment I got the check. Who are you being now that you've already won the lottery and you're already a millionaire? Think of it that way. I'm telling y'all, that will change your life. That will change how you even approach manifestation. I feel like for me, like I use manifestation for ease of speaking, and it's a popular coin term now that people truly understand, and it's fine. That don't even bother me. However, you need to get the information, that is how you need to get it. But what you will realize is not a manifestation, it is a memory. Like this is a soul memory. This has already happened. Creation is finished. All of your timelines all exist. You are simply remembering them. And when in your remembrance, you are now choosing which timeline that you desire to experience. Yeah, I know I talk about how everything being an experience, be a collector of experiences. We're all in the 3D for the experience. So your memory that you're choosing is simply an experience you're choosing to have. Creation is finished. Everything that I ever desire to experience, even the ones I don't desire to experience, all already has happened, all already exists. But who am I being now to actually immerse myself in this hologram as the experience? Y'all know I have been talking a lot about change the hologram, because that's what I have been getting in meditation. Change the hologram, change the hologram. And I'm like, okay, you keep telling me that, God, but I don't know what that means. And like, it's simply been revealing to me, like, you change the hologram by your beingness, by your identity. Who are you living now? Not just in your imagination as the future. What are you doing today, goddess? What if you are a millionaire? If you are already a millionaire, you've been a millionaire, this has been your life. What does your Tuesday look like? Go do that. Don't, oh, well, I would be doing this. Okay, so why are you not doing it? You're already a millionaire. Why are you not doing it? When I had started approaching my manifestation from that, y'all, like, I haven't been live because I have literally just been enjoying my life. Like, life has been more magical than anything I could ever describe. I feel like at some point I'll go into details on everything that has happened. But for the moment, this is what I've been guided to share. So this is what I share. But it's just amazing. Like life is beyond anything that I can imagine. And it still blows my mind, y'all. Like when I say blows my mind, truly blows my mind to think less than 2 years ago, I was homeless. Less than 2 years ago, I could not afford food. Like this, this, like it seems impossible. Like if you was to look at my life, you'd be like, that is literally impossible. And then I think about everything I've overcome. Even a few years ago when I was like had this autonomic nervous disorder, I was passing out, I couldn't walk, couldn't stand up, couldn't work, thought it was going to be my life forever. Doctor said it's going to be my life forever. Medications wouldn't work. That is when I healed myself without medication through meditation, which brought me into conscious creation. When I tell you this is a game and you have the power to choose which reality do you want to experience? And I'm telling you, you're making a choice every single moment of every single day. Nothing, when I say nothing, I mean nothing is a coincidence. And everything that you do, everything in your reality is connected to who you're expressing as in some way. I promise you that. Let me read out questions. Since I've been truly living the identity of someone who's wealthy, healthy, I don't let anything in the 3D bother me. Of course, like it can't bother you. Y'all, I have so many gems to share with y'all. I don't even know how to like express all of it, but I'm going to touch on this. Y'all, so we talk about, y'all know how I've been talking about securing, y'all are interrupting my gym time, by the way, but I love y'all. But yeah, know how I talk about securing the kingdom, protecting your energy. This is what I've been talking about lately. What God has shown me when I had went to meditation, this is probably even going to play into the concept of people thinking that we live in a dome. God had actually showed me that we are actually in a dome. Like we are in a dome. Yeah, I don't have to agree with this. This is my visualization. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But God showed me that we're actually in a dome, and that dome is literally God's protection. So you are underneath, you are covered by God's protection. So your manifestation is covered by God's protection because you are covered by God's protection. The only thing you're doing as securing the kingdom is being a good steward over what God has given you. And when I had saw that, the way it hit me, it just felt right. Like, okay, so I abide in God's love. Y'all know I've been talking about abiding God's love now. Like literally, I have been abided in unconditional love. Like I feel like it radiates through me at this point. And because I abide in God's love, I am protected by God. And because I'm protected by God, whatever I'm calling in, whatever is magnetized to me, is also protected by God. And because God has given me this, I cherish it as something sacred. Like this is a sacred gift from the divine. So I am a good steward over what God has given me. Not because I feel like I'm going to lose it or out of fear, because it's an expression of God's love as well, and I'm an expression of God's love. So naturally, it's resonating, like it's reciprocal energy. So I'm going to be a good steward over what I know to be true for me. I hope that makes sense, y'all. Let me see. My mom's intentionally screwed me over with this car loan and dragging me down. I'm trying to shift, but it feels bigger than me. Princess, I want you to know, as God, as being expressed as God, it is never bigger than you. And because you're here, so I know we've been here. You're part of this collective. You are abiding in God's love. And because of that, you are protected from God. So whatever's going on with that car loan has already worked out because you're abiding in God's love. The only thing you need to do, princess, is not worry about it. Our humanness, because we're human, we're being expressed as human. We have a limited vision. Like there's only certain ways that we could think of things working out. That is why I want you to let it go, because it's not up to you to figure out how it works out. It's up to you to trust and know that it has worked out, but allow God to fill in the missing pieces. I will create, princess, for you, I would create a 3-second SAT scene of it already being worked out. Again, y'all know I've been talking about going past the years. So go a year past that, it has already worked out. Keep it 3 seconds. If it's already worked out for you, it's a year later, you have your car. What are you doing? Keep the scene to that and then go do it and allow God to fill in the missing pieces. Do not try to figure out the how. That is not up to you. It's up to you to surrender, trust, and know that it's already worked out. This is why I'm going to keep harboring on this on every single video moving forward. Keep your 3 second SAT scene as something when it has already worked out a year later, because I want your nervous system to be grounded in that knowing, not in the hustle and bustle, like, oh my God, it worked out. Yes, yes, yes. No, I want it to feel normal to you, like, oh, it worked out. It been worked out. Like, I'm not even thinking about it because it already worked out for me. Think of it that way, princess. No, princess, it is okay. Like, you are human. You are allowed to have human feelings. Don't ever apologize. That's one thing. It's so crazy, princess, that you even said sorry, because this is something I've talked about with my daughter literally, I don't know, yesterday or Sunday. I don't ever apologize, meaning I don't ever say sorry, because I'm never sorry about how I feel. I may apologize, but don't ever be sorry. Don't ever, ever, ever be sorry for how you're feeling. You are allowed to have these feelings, but you know it's not your baseline. So that's okay. Like, it's okay to feel how you feel right now. Let me see what else you said. Last night, a really bad storm came through my area, and this morning when I woke up, the backyard was a wreck. Trees, limbs down, etc., but my house was untouched. Yes, covered by God. And it's going to work out even better. The insurance company might take care of it. You might get a bigger check. Like, let it work out however it needs to work out. Like, it is not my job to work it out. Like, it already worked itself out. It's my job to enjoy the experience of it working out. And you're allowed to cry, princess. We're sending you virtual hugs. And don't be mad at yourself for trusting her. I promise you, princess, the crazy thing is just reading that, you saying you're mad at yourself for trusting her. And I honestly feel like you trusting her was something that it unlocked something for you. Like, you trusting her show that you trust God. And it may not work out with your mom, but what you did was had nothing to do with your mom. You was showing that you trust God. That is what I just thought about. Like, you was just showing that you trust God. And that is okay. That was the key to unlock this for you. Yes, hugs for princess. It may not seem like it right now, but princess, I promise you, it has already worked out. Your job is to stay in that knowing despite what you see. And I feel like, y'all, it's not funny, but I feel like everything's funny to me now, because it's so trippy how the 3D works out. Like, it wants us to doubt. This is why we've been in radical faith. Y'all been on this radical faith journey. Shit, I almost forgot it. But since we've been on this radical faith journey, it's like that is your job. That is the only key you needed to enter your kingdom of heaven, was to trust that it works out regardless of what 3D shows you. 3D wants you to be in this energy of, I bet it's not going to work out. Do you see this? Do you see that? This happened. I bet you wouldn't plan on that. It doesn't matter. I don't care what has happened here. This just means it's working out even better than anything I could have ever imagined. And it's not up to me to have however it's going to work out. I just know that it worked out either way. Yes, like, God is the final solution, princess, not you. You are protected under God. You are in your kingdom of heaven. And as the princess in your kingdom of heaven, princess, as God's princess, what would you do trusting that it has worked out? What would you do knowing that God has already worked it out? If God was sitting right next to you, princess, holding your hand, giving you a hug, like, princess, it's okay, it worked out, you wouldn't be worried, because you know that God worked it out. Like, God told you that, and God has worked out everything else. Even thinking about your own comment, God has came through with the payments. That means it already worked out every single time. It is just up to us to truly trust that God is working it out. Like, that is literally our only job here, is to have that trust and faith in God. And this is one of those examples, princess, or scenarios that you're going to have to practice radical faith. This is something we've been practicing over the last month. You're going to have to practice radical faith in this situation, because you have nothing that you can do. Your only option here is to surrender to God. And sometimes God puts us in those situations where our only option is to depend on God, so that you know that this source doesn't come from you. It comes from God, and you're abiding in God, so you don't have nothing to worry about. Yep. Whatever brings you joy, princess, do that. If you know that it worked out and you will be working on your crochet projects, that is the only thing you need to do. That is the only action that you need to take in the 3D. Yes, so just do that. Like, if you know your car payment or your car situation already worked out, you will be crocheting. So that is what I want you to do. The difference here now, I want y'all to know why this works. And it just came to me. This works because you're intentional about it. Before, you're just crocheting, but now you're doing the crochets with the intention that this has already worked out and I'm going to crochet. Once you set that intention, the 3D starts rearranging, like, oh, she's doing this with the intention and the knowing that it already worked out. That is like the magic of it all, is your intention behind it. Not necessarily the action, but the intention that you're taking with the action. I hope that makes sense. Dang, y'all. Okay. Well, I'm also going to post my short about the Switzerland manifestation. Y'all, it's so crazy. Y'all, I really feel like I just be laughing because even though this has just happened, I don't feel no type of way. Like, I don't feel excited like I thought I would feel, like, oh, I'm going to Switzerland. Like, it feels normal, like literally like a memory. Like, oh, this already happened. So I'm not super excited. Of course, I'm grateful, but I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Like, oh yeah, I already know that I was going to Switzerland. So of course this happened. Oh, I'm so glad you feel better, Princess. And Princess, if you ever need me, please feel free to send me an email. Anyway, y'all, I really, 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 really hope that y'all practice your set scenes in real life. I'm telling you, that is the secret sauce to changing your reality, to changing your hologram, to embodying your new identity now, is to actually live out your SAT scene. And this is why, again, this is why I say only keep it 3 seconds and keep it to a year after you've gotten your manifestation, because that is actually a SAT scenes and a feeling that you can embody, versus if you won the lottery, you can't go out and go pick up a big check. But you can sit here and watch this video because now it's a year after I won the lottery and this is what I was going to do anyway. So keep your SAT scene to 3 seconds and go live it out. Remember, this is also important that I say in every video. Do not entertain what you don't want to experience. Specifically for you, princess, I would just crochet. This is truly me speaking. If I was you in your shoes, I would literally just crochet with the intention that it's already worked out. That intention is going to be key. It already worked out, so now I'm crocheting because it already worked out. Remember, you are a passenger princess to God. That means whatever you want, God is going to give it to you. You are a spoiled princess to God. God literally loves to spoil you. Whatever you want, God says yes. God literally never, ever, ever tells you no. God don't even know what the word no means. Like, oh, you want this? Of course you can have it. Like, it's yours. Like, whatever you want, baby. Like, this is yours. Truly look at God that way. God does not tell you no ever. It is up to you to accept that to be true for you. Because if you're doubting it, if you're asking God for something, but then doubting that you can get it, you already told yourself no. God didn't even have to say no. You told yourself no. So do not doubt it. God always tells you yes. And as always, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm free. Yahweh. Bye.